Hello, hello, hello. Antphrodite here, your pop culture psychic, back to you again with another conspiracy theory reading. So this time it's on the Voynich Manuscript. It's super old. It's a book that is super old that nobody has ever been able to decipher. It is the biggest mystery ever. Nobody understands the languages, what they're talking about in there. It's a huge conspiracy theory of what it's about. There's so many theories, but I'm going to take a look at this and see if I can see and help decipher and officially decipher the Voynich Manuscript. So remember, these readings all legend for interpreters only, and let's get started. Please remember that if you like this and you want to support me, hit that join button down below. Join the YouTube members. Honestly, there's so much content that you're missing out on. So much interesting stuff about life, death, demons, the whole nine. There's a bunch of videos. You can win a reading from me. There's pick a card, story times. There's so much in there. Hit the join button. Join down below. All right. All right, let's see if we can figure out what the Voynich Manuscript is. So the Voynich Manuscript, what it is, and who made it. Okay, it was made to prevent something. I can tell you that. It was made to prevent something or get over something. Three of Swords, like reverse. It's like a heartbreak or despair, preventing that. So preventative measures for sure. It also feels like whoever made it is a group, the Ten of Cups. And the Ten of Cups is like... Ten of Cups is like a family, so it's like a group dynamic or a family. I know, think of it like, yeah, you can see it as like a coven, but to me, this is more of like a therapy, I would say, the Ten of Cups. And the Three of Swords, more like therapeutic. Think of that as like refuge. Think of it like someone who is like ostracized, making community, or, maybe like, we all have similar trauma, so we bond over that type of stuff. Like, we've all been through the same horrible ex, so we bond. It's like that. The energy of this is basically like a bunch of people getting together who have experienced the same issues, and it has some sort of therapeutic or comfort to it with the Ten of Cups. The Page of Pentacles, when it's reversed, is about expectations not being met. So to me, this looks like more ideologies or ideas rather than actual. When we look at the Page of Pentacles, it's like, this is what I'm hoping for. This is what I'm thriving for. This is what we're thriving for. Think of it like an overarching statement, or an overarching idea. Almost cult-like, I would say, for sure. Think of it almost like a deity, but based more in sort of a pseudoscience. All right, let's keep going. There is some aspect of... So I will tell you this. Something in this... I didn't really do much research, but I will tell you, something in this has to do with the combatants against men. Emperor reverse. So perhaps men were not allowing certain conversations to be had, not only from women or about women, but just in general. The Emperor's reverse, which is about a dominating force and a masculine dominating force, and things that are deemed either feminine or effeminate are no longer allowed to be spoken about. So there's some sort of like information or gathering of people utilizing this, or who made this, that have that feeling. Ace of Wands is a return of something old, but it's also about pregnancy, and fertility, and even sex. And so when we look at that with the world averse, it's like we have to do things in silence and do things in secret. So for me, there is some sort of discovery or wanting to understand, or spreading of information when it comes to stuff that is not deemed permitted publicly. And especially from something hidden from men, or maybe a way to deal with men, or powers that be. Or perhaps maybe it's just masculine energy, way to deal with masculine energy that is not healthy, like an unhealthy masculine energy dominating people. Okay. King of Wands verse, Hierophant, 4 panels. Definitely feels like a group of people that were biting back against religion. I can tell you that. That's the Hierophant. Or at least the person that started this. It's definitely a feeling of like rebuking against the ideologies of monotheistic religions, for sure. King of Wands being reversed in 4 of Pentacles as well is also like putting more into yourself, doing things more yourself rather than outside. So whoever started this or whatever, it's cool to empower usage within yourself. Something about unlocking things within yourself, maybe spiritually, emotionally, or medically. I'm not sure, but it's about unlocking things in yourself, pouring into yourself. It's a support. There's support here. Think of it like a support group, like a gathering of outcasts type of vibe. Two of Cups diverse, Ten of Pentacles diverse, and Wheel of Fortune. I think the mission statement may have changed. Because the Wheel of Fortune is like someone using this as a good golden opportunity, but the Ten of Pentacles and the Two of Cups says that's not what it was used for. It's almost like if the information got in the wrong hands, it could be utilized incorrectly, or maybe someone yanked the information and tried to sell it as something it wasn't. But I can tell you that the initial purpose of this was kind of just a gathering of information. It wasn't really like selling anything or trying to do anything that crazy. It was more like a pamphlet. I feel as though the metaphor I'm seeing is if like you took a pamphlet or a PowerPoint presentation and decided that was like something worthy of everyone understanding, when in reality this just seems like information that perhaps wasn't meant to be utilized in that way. Like it's not as, I keep seeing like that. What I keep seeing is it's not that deep. It's not that deep. It's not that deep. The information, not that deep. Page of Swords upright, Seven of Swords upright, and Seven of Wands is reversed. Not being able to prove myself. I don't even think they could tangibly prove the things that are in this book themselves. I think it was more along the lines of like a feeling or an ideology. Like I said before, I'm not sure if I necessarily feel like this isn't something worth fighting over. It's more along the lines of like, think of the Voynich Manuscript as a rough draft. So you wouldn't want your rough draft to be judged, right? It's like a congregation of ideas, or things that we weren't allowed to study, or things that we weren't allowed to be talked about. We're now doing it in this. And this is part of the history of what we're learning and what we're trying to learn, because we're not allowed to do it in public. That's the feeling. It just doesn't feel as ominous and as big as we think it is. Judgment being reversed, Nine of Cups, and Devil card here. Yeah, it's all about holistic healing, combating things, maybe even addictions or things of that nature, like stuff that they can't stop doing. Just combating that. Judgment's reversed and Nine of Cups. I'm trying to figure out why we can't decipher it and what the purpose of that is. But the Six of Pentacles reversed, the Five of Swords, and the Three of Cups. I do think some aspect of this was kept vague or like mysterious or like, like hard to decipher, because whatever they were researching, it wasn't like permitted. So I get that. So I do think that's the reason why some of it's like in code, but I'm also seeing the code being accidental. Three of Cups, Five of Swords, it's like the Six of Pentacles is inconsistency when it's reversed, right? Or a breaking of the norm. The Five of Swords is issues with details or pettiness, and the Three of Cups is about comparison to others. I don't know if I necessarily feel like the origins were as literate or like as super literate as you would think. Like, I don't know, there might be an issue with literacy, but what's interesting, it's so confusing, because the Four of Cups and the Page of Wands, I'll tell you what I see, and I know historians are probably going to rip me to shreds in the comments, but maybe it's just a metaphor. There is a language that this mimics, or at least some sort of thing that this mimics that we are not aware of. It's not exact. Think of it like a dialect. It's like a dialect. Like if you were to, like, not how Spanish, not everyone speaks the same Spanish. That's what I'm seeing. And it's one that like was really small and died out. But it is very close to an actual language. So I know people are having a hard time figuring out what language it's attached to. I can't tell you, but I can tell you that it does look like it is close to something. It doesn't feel like it was completely made up. Queen of Pentacles reverse, Four of Cups, and Hangman. See, it's like a specific section. And it's not written perfectly, but a specific section, specific dialect, things like that, and something that died out. Hangman. It's like did not last. It's something that wasn't taught to the next generations. Six of Cups and High Priestess with the Five of Cups. It's like I didn't really teach this to the next generations. I kind of just left it. Or maybe they couldn't because whoever made it was decimated. That's possible as well. High Priestess. It's like it's a spirit. Maybe it's spiritual language. You know how like people are always saying like Latin's like a spiritual language. Maybe it's something that has some sort of spiritual roots. The language. Or the dialect. I'm not exactly sure. Eight of Wands, Hermit reverse, and Queen of Wands. Yeah. I think it also has to do, I also think with the Voynich Manuscript, I think it also is talking about some of the similar issues that actually we're having now. Funny how history repeats itself, where you're looking at the role that women played in society, the role that the feminine energy played in society. I can tell you this, there is prophetic messages in there about what's going to happen in the future. And it's based in fear. And unfortunately, fear became reality. I can tell you that. The Eight of Wands is about things that happen in the future because it's like rapid pace change. And the Hermit's reverse with the Queen of Wands. So it's like what we fear the most. So there are definitely things in there that are like, I'm worried about what's going to happen. Think of it like someone's journal of ideas, right? And I do think they were onto something, and I do think they were right. And I do think that things like that have happened. Whoever was interested in this was interested in empowering people because they were starting to see patterns. They were starting to be very good at pattern recognition, and they wanted to document pattern recognition that they were seeing. Eight of Pentacles reverse, Justice reverse, and Three of Pentacles. I'm seeing patterns. I'm seeing where things are going. I'm trying to document what I see with the limited knowledge that I have. And I'm trying to connect with other people who feel the same way. Yeah. Three of Wands reverse, Two of Pentacles, and Nine of Pentacles. Do you see how it's like there's a fear of like, why are you relying on other people? Why are you relying on other situations? It's all within yourself. You have the ability to do things yourself. That's probably the best I can do here. I'm not sure if I'm going to get much else. Also, I know it sounds kind of crazy. I don't know if this is just something extra I'm getting, maybe around the same time this was created, or if it's in the Voynich Manuscript. But I'm about to say something fucking wild, so get ready. There's Three of Wands, Two of Pentacles, and Nine of Pentacles reverse. To me, is reading as, and what I'm seeing in my mind's eye is like interspecies, mixing humans with others, but not in a like splice kind of way or like a whatever. It's like a mate, like mating humans with other species organically. Do I need to do a whole nother video on this? Again, I'm not sure if this is just something else I'm picking up on or if it's in the Voynich because I can't tell, but it is a message and I'm seeing it and I can't ignore it. I've been trying to ignore it this whole time, but it keeps popping up and I'm like, okay, I guess I got to say it. I don't want to, but I got to say it. Death card reverse, Knight of Pentacles and Knight of Cups. There's another species that came to Earth for sure and intermingled with humans for sure. And it definitely feels like some people, their DNA is not just human. Star reverse, Six of Swords reverse, and what the hell, Tower, plot twist. I don't know. Maybe the Voynich Manuscript was almost onto this, and that's why things were stopped. I don't know. I don't know if it has anything to do with the Voynich Manuscript. It might just be something that is adjacent to it that I'm picking up. But I'm picking it up, and I'm going to say it. Star being reversed is out of this galaxy. The Tower and the Six of Swords is about something failing. So think of it like a failing society or failing beings, or needing to repopulate or something like that, and then humans being of interest. Yeah, some people have a different makeup of their DNA here. Let me find out I'm mixed with alien DNA and that's why I'm psychic. I don't know. All I can tell you is it's there. King of Cups. I wonder if the reason why I'm picking it up is because the Voynich Manuscript is about femininity, right? Whether that be feminine energy or reproduction or things of that nature. And I'm wondering if that's why I'm picking it up. Because, mating with humans would be a form of reproduction. And I'm wondering if that's the main overarching thing here is about the process of incarnation, rebirth, actual birth, things of that nature. Anything we're not allowed to talk about, we want to talk about. We want to talk about the taboo. Maybe that's what the Voynich Manuscript is connected to, and I wonder if that's why I'm picking this up. But King of Cups, Nine of Wands, and Seven of Cups. I'm going to leave it there. Femininity is power. I can tell you that. And the key to unlocking the power of the universe is through femininity. I can tell you that. The King of Cups and the Knight of Wands talks about, that's male energy, right, King? Being practical and logical is the antithesis to this. Yeah, the Moon, the Knight of Swords, and the Six of Wands. Yeah, no. In fact, I can tell you this. Whatever species or thing or whatever that humans sort of interspecies connected with or reproduce with or whatever, extremely attractive. Extremely attractive. Extremely attractive. Extremely. Think of it like angels, right? Not the maybe the ones you see in movies, not the giant geometric shapes that I see in my channeling, but like gorgeous. Because the Moon is upright with the Knight of Swords and the Six of Wands, which is about making something prettier, making it more beautiful. Or unless they're shapeshifters, but even then, they'd still be beautiful. But yeah, I'm seeing its beauty. Lover's card and Queen of Swords. Yeah, they're stunningly beautiful. Like gorgeous, 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 gorgeous. Just look gorgeous. I don't know exactly what they look like. I can just tell you they look gorgeous. Like pristine, like perfect, shining almost. Like shining skin, glowing skin. Perfect. I'm going to leave it there. This video is fucking weird, and I don't know if you guys are going to like it, but join the YouTube members if you did. Till next time. Bye, guys. Bro, what the fuck? I feel like this reading went off the rails at the end. I don't even know if I should post it because it's fucking batshit. But I stand by it. I can't deny what I see, even though people don't think I'm crazy.